everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This is fielded at the goal line. Aaron Rodgers getting set to lead the Green Bay Packers offensively. Is it fair to say, Charles, that Rodgers has quietly had another sensational season? I mean, you compare him with some of the other quarterbacks in the league, he just does not throw interceptions.
I think what people miss, and this is just my own opinion, not only does he not throw interceptions, he doesn't turn the ball over in the pocket with a lot of fumbles, but people often equate with guys who don't throw a lot of interceptions with simply dinkers and dunkers throwing the football. Aaron Rodgers is anything but that. And when he gets outside the pocket, he's not taking the 5-yard check down. He wants that 50-yard throw downfield. He throws to hurt a defense. So when you put it all together, doesn't throw interceptions, yet wants to push the ball downfield, it's even more remarkable because going into the Chicago game in Week 15, he had gone 232 straight passes without throwing an interception heading into that game. That's pretty phenomenal.
Now this one complete on the slant route. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams are scripted to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. 49ers offense coming out here led by the 28-year-old quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, who turned 28 last month, and this is his first year as an every-week starter. You remember last season, all the hope, all the expectation, lost in week 3 to injury. But this year, I think he and the rest of this team, they've broken everyone's expectations, double-digit victories. And Jimmy Garoppolo's had a strong run game to rely on, but he's had some good performances himself, maybe most notably Week 14 out-dueling Drew Brees with a 4-touchdown performance in a big win at New Orleans. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, was how he was going to create it. Is it going to be just the front 4? Is it going to be 3? Is he going to bring linebackers, secondary? This will be fun to check out.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. They find some open field here. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco coming back out here, CD. This is a franchise that this year will end a 5-year playoff drought. That's the good news. Great record, but it could have been even better, really. You think about some of the heartbreaking losses. Overtime to Seattle, a field goal at the horn by Justin Tucker and the Ravens, and then that real shocker against Atlanta Week 15, Julio Jones, the touchdown, no touchdown right there at the goal line.
And that's the one that we shouldn't have been as surprised, only for this reason. They were so injured, so beat up, so many starters not playing in that game, and they took Atlanta to the limit, although I guess we would say Atlanta took them to the limit and found a way to win. But I do think that this 49ers team, with health in the playoffs, as dangerous as any team in the NFC.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Room here to run. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing. For the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check three.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to Coleman. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, silent. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Packers getting ready to go back at it offensively. We talked earlier about Aaron Rodgers and another sensational season for him. Look, what was weird the last 2 years was looking at the playoff picture without the Green Bay Packers. Well, they're going to be back playing meaningful football this January. Double digits in wins again. And I think for Matt LaFleur, if there was a rookie coach of the year, he'd certainly be in line for that award.
And he should be in line for the award just to be coach of the year. Remember, this team didn't make the playoffs last year. So much discussion in the offseason. Would he mesh with his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? And how would a young coach like him take over a team and guide that locker room? Well, heading into the down stretch of the season, he had his team at 11-3. That's pretty phenomenal. Not only that, in the proud history of the Green Bay Packers, they've never had a rookie coach take his team to the playoffs in the first season, not even Vince Lombardi.
Wow, and he's going to do that. By the way, it's in the rearview mirror by a ways now, but have you thought out from that Week 15 game?
No chance. Green Bay cold is just different.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they faked the...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he finds his tight end Graham. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And he carries up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Tennessee Titans who are heading to the Super Bowl for just the second time ever as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Garoppolo now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Garoppolo again. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they're yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
set to start off this third quarter. And now you've got the clock winding. Good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Rush in.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman.
Hey, come on.
Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On the return is Pettis. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And now back out comes the offense. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter. I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about it.
Again, it's Williams. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 18-yard line. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's go. Check.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got him. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Garoppolo now. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the 24, Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he's going to go down again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch. Check it backer.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Boyle. He's got the hook up to Lazard. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw. Boyle lets this one rip toward Graham. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.